Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. And as you can see, it's pre-sunrise, it's early dawn, it's daylight savings here on a beautiful Sydney morning, and it's still very dark, but Sydney is lit up in all its glory. Let's just do a panning shot and just show you the jewel in the crown, which is Circular Quay, with all the beautiful buildings lit up against that sky, which is getting lighter and lighter and will continue to get lighter until we have sunrise at about 6:30, which is still quite a while away. Anyway, let's do a walk and talk, and in the tradition of Jim's 5am Club, we'll just talk about a topic which comes to mind. As you can see, we've got a photographer here taking in the beautiful sights of Sydney, and you can never get sick of this. You can never ever get sick of this vista, this beautiful view. And hence why I normally come up here to the overseas passenger terminal to do my 5am clubs, because it is just beautiful aesthetically. It is a platform which gives you a complete view of Circular Quay, and as you know, and as you can tell, the view changes every day depending on the lights, the time of day, the weather conditions, and it is absolutely glorious. Anyway, what are we going to talk about today? What I think I'll do today is I'll touch on a book summary, or a snippet from a book that I read many years ago. And it's a book that I read not once but twice, and it's a book which is littered with notes and pen marks, because it was highlighted and basically studied to death. And the book is entitled The 48 Laws of Power, and it's written by Robert Greene, an American author. And I'm just going to pick one law which is quite profound and quite interesting. And the law that I want to pick and talk about today is quite controversial, quite confronting. But sometimes we need to be tough. Sometimes we need to toughen up in order to live a life of peace, calm and tranquility, and to take control of our lives, as opposed to having other people run us ragged. And it's a tough topic, but we'll try and get through it as best we can. But the topic, or the law, basically says avoid the unlucky and the unhappy. Avoid the unlucky and the unhappy. And Robert Greene in his book makes a very, very important point, saying that the people who are generally speaking, the people who are unlucky and unhappy tend to bring it upon themselves through their mindset, through their vibe, through their circle of people that they hang out with. So it's something to think about and to consider. And what we'll do now is we'll just go through and talk about toxic people, the 10 sort of toxic people that we need to surgically remove from our social circles, from our lives, in order to maintain a level of sanity. Because as we probably have learnt over our lives, these people can drive us crazy and are quite damaging if left unchecked. So bear with me. I'll just get into position here, and we'll go through the list of toxicity and people that need to be removed. All right, here we go. The Harbour Bridge, the half moon. How beautiful, how peaceful is Sydney. And this is why I always suggest and recommend that people make the most of this magic hour, the first hour of the day, because it allows you to get set for the day, because it's peaceful, it's quiet, you have time to think, you have time to reflect, and you get an opportunity to connect with yourself, with nature, and set some plans up for the day. So let's go through the 10 types of people, the 10 types of toxicity that we need to manage or eliminate from our lives. And the first one is the people who soak up a lot of our time. Now, we've got people in our lives who just haven't got anything better to do than to just soak up time, either on Facebook, social media, on the phone, in person. And so you've got to assess, is the time spent with these people of benefit to you and them, and to take action. The next personality type or type of person you need to look at eliminating from your life are those who criticize you far too often. You know, let's not make a mistake. Sometimes criticism is good, constructive criticism, but we've all got those people in our lives, the friends, the family, the work colleagues, who just spend their time looking, waiting and praying on an opportunity to criticise us, which is not all that fruitful, especially for us, and it's probably not all that fruitful for them as well. So you've always got to question why they're spending so much time just looking for errors in our way and looking for an opportunity to criticise us. So that's another personality type or person that you need to identify quickly and either tell them to cease and desist or to remove them from your social orbit. The other personality type that you need to surgically remove pretty quickly from your social circle, from your social orbit, is those who play the victim all the time. There's people who've got a victim mentality. They're just going to drain the living daylights out of you. They're going to see the world as us against them, and they're going to be blaming everybody for their problems other than themselves. And before you know it, you'll be brought into this blame game as well, and you'll be one of the people before time who they'll be blaming for their misfortunes. The other personality type that we need to eliminate as quickly as possible or minimise is those who have a negative mindset. People who just see everything as negative, and are just negative Nancy's, Debbie Downers, who just spend their time looking for the blackness in the day, for the darkness, for the wrong around them, for the for the problems and the people around them, and have just got a negative mindset. These people are always going to find things negative. Their days are always going to be dark and black, and if you're not careful, you'll get sucked into that mindset, and before you know it, you'll be focused on just the negative and you'll be wondering how your life has changed, and you'll be looking at yourself in the mirror and not recognising that person who was once positive, who's now a negative Nancy. The other sort of person that you need to remove, the other sort of toxicity that you need to remove from your social circle, is those who have a temper and who lose their temper, because those people have a very immature sort of personality type, and they'll never grow up. The sooner the better that you remove them from your social circle or minimise your contact with them, because they're going to zap your energy. They're going to be losing their temper. They're going to cause you concern, not only you, but also all the people around them. So eliminate them, minimise your time with them wherever possible. Those who show no compassion or empathy, they're going to cause you grief as well, because it's not in their makeup to feel empathy and to connect with people and their feelings around them. They are people who've got a low emotional intelligence, and in many ways are beyond help. But and you're not going to have to be their helper, because they're going to drain you and they're going to bring you down with them. So consider spending less time with people who don't have compassion and don't have empathy. Another one, the dishonest ones, the liars. They are also people that you need to spend less time with, because you're never going to know where you stand with them. Now, people who lie, either through direct lies or through not saying certain things, through exclusion, are going to cause you grief. So be careful, be wary of the dishonest person and the liar, because they will trick you. They'll trick you, they'll disappoint you, they'll let you down, and they'll take you on a ride. The manipulative friend or the manipulative contact, the one who is using you as a stepping stone, is also one to be eliminated as quickly as possible, because before you know it, you'll be caught up in a vortex of challenges, of issues not of your making. And once again, as we said, something to be aware of and to be on the lookout for, because there are a lot of people who are social climbers who will use you to connect with other people, to other friends, and before you know it, they'll be causing you grief through excluding you from the social circles and the social arrangements. And the next one is a really important one. Those people who are deliberately hurtful, they need to be eliminated as quickly as possible, because they're going to hurt you and they're going to hurt all the people in your social circle and the people around you. They just can't help themselves. It's a personality trait which is beyond help or beyond our help, and we don't have the time to sort everybody out. Remembering, we're not psychologists. We just want to have a simple life, an easy life, and to enjoy our lives. And the last one to consider eliminating from your social circle and from your dealings is the people who are constantly stressed out. Now, people who are constantly stressed out are going to zap us of our energy, are going to stress us out, and they're not very much fun to be with. So you either try and let them know that their stress is affecting you, is unwelcomed, and to not get sucked into that vortex of stress and pain, because stress is one of the biggest killers. And the one thing you want around you is people with a positive energy, with a relaxed, positive vibe, as opposed to those who are stress spots, who just make everybody around them feel uncomfortable. So that's basically it, guys, from Jim's 5am Club. Thanks for joining me today on this tricky topic. Let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, and I feel absolutely great. And to all my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, and most importantly, be very, very wary of the social circle and the people that you hang out with, because you become the average of the 5 or 6 people that you spend most time with. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to spend time with the unhappy and the unlucky, because before you know it, you will be infected by their unhappiness and their unluckiness, because it's, as I say, it's not through circumstance. It's because of the way they see the world, their mindset, and everything around them. So be very, very careful. The warning is there for each and every one of us to make the most of our lives, and making the most of our lives means to be selective, to be prudent in how we spend our time and who we spend our time with, so that we don't get caught up in their negative vibe, their negativity. So we can live a healthy life, a peaceful life, a calm life, wherever possible. Anyway, take care, sagapao, and look forward to chatting to you again at 5am from Jim's 5am Club. Yasas.